Shalom, everyone. Welcome to the free Astro Theology course. I am Dr. Yasapa, and we're going to get back into the book. All right. So if you're new, our textbook is The Astrology of the Old Testament, or The Lost Word Regained, published in 1892. The author is Carl Anderson. All right, so we are starting a new chapter, chapter 14. Okay, chapter 14 on page 172. Give me 1 second. I just need to check to make sure we have a signal. So put your questions or comments in the comment section. And all right, so we're good. Okay, so we got a signal. Put your questions and comments in the comment section. So page 172, 12 houses or mansions described. So the 12 constellations described, right? The signification, nature, quality, and description of the 12 houses. Okay, so of course the better translation is probably mansions, right? Y'all remember the verse, in my Father's house there are many mansions? Well, that's, of course, a poor translation. In my Father's house, there are many mansions. A house is small, a mansion is huge, right? So in my Father's abode, there are many mansions. So in space, so where is the Father? In the heavens, right? So in space, there are many mansions, there are many constellations, and groups of constellations around the Maserat, around the wheel. Okay, so these are called the Zodiac signs. Okay, the Maserat is the old path, or the wheel, the belt. Okay, that circle formation where the 12 zodiac signs are. There's something I want to look up. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. So what's the significance of each zodiac sign? Well, the author is going to take us through that in chapter 14. He's going to give us a description of each zodiac sign. He's going to talk about the nature of each zodiac sign. So the nature of each zodiac sign, of course, would be its characteristics and attributes. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to keep talking while the cameras, while we're still live. So the sun sun fully takes on the characteristics and attributes of each zodiac sign when it enters into it. Okay, it fully takes it on. In other words, the sun clothes itself in the character and the attributes of each zodiac sign. So when it goes into Aries, it becomes fully Aries, nothing else. When it goes into Taurus, it takes on the characteristics or personality, the attributes of Taurus, and no other zodiac sign, okay? So in the New Testament, when Jesus went about doing the will of his Father, that story comes from when the sun enters into a constellation, and then day by day, until it reaches 30 days, 1 degree per day. So the sun, who is Jesus, is doing the will of his Father in that zodiac sign. And then he goes off to the next zodiac sign. And then day by day, degree by degree, he's doing the will of his Father. All right? Until he goes around the whole circuit, right? The whole circuit. We hear that in the New Testament, right? Jesus went around from city to city. Okay, y'all? Preaching the good news of the kingdom. So anyway, that's where that story comes from, all right? So now, actually, there's something interesting. Well, before I say that, let me say this. So we are now at a point in the book where we can start to use the Witness of the Stars and some of these other books, because now we're talking about individual zodiac signs. Okay, so we're gonna begin using our supplementary astrotheology books. All right, so make sure you get them and print them. All right, but there was something on my mind before we go into this. I wanted to discuss it, so I'm gonna discuss it. All right, this is coming out of the wait 1 second, y'all. I want to show y'all this. All right, this is coming out of the y'all, let y'all friends know that I'm live, because like I said, I've never seen anyone go through the Clock of Destiny or any of the books that I go through, but this is especially important for us as autochthonous men and women, as Moors. The Clock of Destiny, a clock, timepiece, precision, nature, right? Nature. So this is the Clock of Destiny. I downloaded this off of enforcetheconstitution.org. Everybody can go there and get it for free. So Volume 1, your master key of civilization. It has absolutely nothing to do with religion. Zero to do with religion. Okay, this is nature. And of course, this is not worshiping nature. That's religion. This is science. What is science? Science is the observation of nature. And then you try to figure out what's happening, whatever your hypothesis might be, and you put together tests, etc., etc., etc. All right? So we're coming out of the Clock of Destiny, Volume 1. The author is C.M. Bay. The author is C.M. Bay. So this more here. This more here. Okay? All right. So this is what, well, let me read that so y'all have some information on who this more is. Okay? C.M. Bay, PhD, LLD, 33rd, 360-degree Master Mason. Now, we have been trained to think that this is something of the devil, something evil and wicked. It is not, and this is not Freemasonry. Okay, let me repeat, this is not Freemasonry, and this is not of the devil. It's of nothing evil. It's nature. It has to do with describing nature, and this is what we do in science. We describe nature. Y'all know the scientists don't invent anything. They don't discover anything. Absolutely not. What we do is observe things and then explain them. Okay? Do they take credit for inventing some natural phenomena? Absolutely. Absolutely. They pretend like they created it. All right? Continues. Free Moorish master astrologer and Moorish constitution law giver. What does all that mean? Right? Well, I can assure you it has nothing to do with religion. All right? Nothing to do with religion and everything to do with science, pure science. Pure science, okay? So, let's get into what this brother left for us. Now remember, this is astrotheology class, all right? This is astrotheology class. So let me go back, I think it's on page... So where did I say I want to stop? I wanted to begin. I don't remember where I wanted to begin. There's just so much in here, y'all. I should have put a bookmark. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So take a look at this image. I talked about it in yesterday's class. Okay, so in the center, this is the S-U-N Son of God. Okay, the S-U-N Son of God, our ancestors in Kemet, they would strike this pose. This is the Ta cross. So these are the cherubim, the ends of my limbs. These are the cherubim, right? And so, quote unquote, God, surrounded by the cherubim. The head of a bull, the head of a lion, the head of an eagle, and the head of a man. All right, y'all remember that? And then the sun fixed and immovable. The blazing sun fixed and immovable, where? Between the cherubim. All right? Okay, so what is this getting at? So y'all take a look. These circles on the outside, these represent the earth rotating on its axis, okay? So the earth rotating on its axis, okay, orbiting the central sun, all right? It's rotating. Okay, so that means part of the sun is part of the earth is going to be facing the sun, and part of it is going to be away or on the opposite side, not facing the sun, right? And so here you see, look at the shadows. Look at the shadows. They form a crescent, y'all. So for example, take a look here. This shadow here forms a crescent, okay? Lower here we see a crescent here, a crescent here, a crescent here. All right? So obviously the shadow is the part that's facing away, or should be. It seems to me that the shadow part would be the dark or the nighttime part, right? That's not illuminated by the sunlight, okay? But the imagery here, these are the rays of the sun, or the what? The Ra. The Ra, or look at how it goes like that. The electromagnetic force or energy, okay? Emanating from the sun, radiating to the earth. Y'all see that? And then affecting consciousness and all all matter, affecting all matter. Now our ancestors said that this sun, the source of the sun, is a part of space where there is no matter. Okay, there's nothing physical there. Okay, so just imagine your whole computer screen right now, or cell phone screen, is that area. There's no physical matter there. And then there's a select point, let's say a select point right here, my fingertip. Okay? And then there's consciousness, there's energy, whatever form that energy might be, but definitely consciousness. And then it concentrates at the tip of my finger. Y'all see that? And at this focal point, the other side of it, so the other side of it emanates a sun. Y'all see that? This is how our ancient ancestors described the origin of the sun. Okay? All right? So consciousness and thought. So that's what's happening in terms of the origin of suns. Okay? So take a look again. So you see that this is going around in a circle, 360 degrees. 360 degrees. So right there we're seeing if you're in the northern hemisphere, this is showing you the seasons: spring, summer, winter, and fall. Right? Spring, summer, winter, and fall. Spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, and then winter solstice. Okay? So there are certain things that happen in the spring and through the summer all the way to the beginning of the fall. So let's say when the sun is rising, the sun is ascending, it crosses above, or it passes over the celestial equator at 0 degrees, and then it continues to ascend until it gets to June 22nd, right? And then on around June 25th, it will begin to fall or descend. And it descends or fall, it becomes fall season or autumn, and then it falls below or crosses below the celestial equator, okay, on September 22nd, thereabout, which is 23.5 degrees south on a map, okay, on a map, and that's going to be 23.5 degrees south is Capricorn, or the Tropic of Capricorn, all right? And in the north, of course, in the north, when the sun is ascending, the Passover, that's 23.5 degrees north, 23.5 degrees north, or the Tropic of Cancer, okay? And it's getting, so that's the summer solstice when you look at it this way, okay? That would be the summer solstice, all right? Or the zodiac sign Cancer. But anyway, let's get into this. This is page 36. This is how it reads, y'all. The above cut, that's the illustration that we just looked at. The above cut constitutes the real book, the quote-unquote Holy Quran, Koran. Also, the real picture of Muhammad, or Mohammed. The Muslims, M-O-S-L-E-M-S, have never painted the picture of Muhammad in the likeness of a S-O-N son of a woman. Such painting is of the Christian artists of deception. Having read the complete geography of the 12 signs of the Zodiac, having read it, see, you didn't watch a video, you didn't listen to someone talking about it, having read the complete, not part of it, not 10%, not 3%, not 0%, not 50%. Having read the complete geography. That means 100%. You read it. Okay? You read it. Having read the complete geography of the 12 signs of the Zodiac, the above symbols of the earth revolving about or around the SUN sun gives you a tangible, that means something you can touch, illustration, something you can touch and see, illustration of latitude, north and south of the equator. So the equator is 0 degrees, okay? The circle is 360 degrees, all right? So we're gonna get into the 90 degrees, the 180, 270, and 360. But take a look at the image again. Y'all get this firmly in your head, all right? Take a look at that image. Now remember, we're dealing with nature, not religious doctrine, okay? We're dealing with science. The curved lines, as shown, leading from the North Pole to the South Pole, describe. See, if something describes something, it means that it's telling you, it's giving you information, if you have eyes to perceive. Describe the hourly rotations of the earth, which measures the 24 hours of a day. Okay? So the earth is rotating. All right, the earth is rotating. We perceive it as what, y'all? Sunrise and sunset. Okay? Night transitioning into day and day transitioning into night. All right? He continues. And are referred to as longitude, east and west. Oh, hold on. I skipped a lot. Let me go back to the top. The curved lines, as shown, leading from the North Pole to the South Pole, describe the hourly rotation of the earth, which measures the 24 hours of the day, and are referred to as, quote unquote, longitude, east and west, or spring and fall. So these are what, y'all? These are the crucifixions. In the spring, we have the Passover. In other words, the sun is crossing above, cross, crucifixion, cruce, okay? March 22nd, Passover, and then a week later, I believe it's Easter, or the next Sunday or something like that, I don't remember. And then from the spring equinox, the sun ascends to June 22nd, where it reaches its highest point in the northern part of space. June 22nd, this is the summer solstice. June 25th, it begins to fall. Its elevation falls, and then it crosses below the celestial equator in the fall. So from here, from the spring equinox to the fall equinox, this is referred to as the serpent in the Bible. Okay? This is the serpent, all right? In Genesis, this is the serpent, the sun passing from the vernal equinox, which is the spring equinox, passing to, crossing above, rather, let me say at, the sun at the vernal or spring equinox, then it rises and then it falls at the fall or autumn equinox. That's called the serpent. Okay, y'all? In the book of the law. Now he continues. The author continues. The circled lines are shown connecting with the rays of the sun. So the circled lines are shown connecting with the rays of the sun. All right? So here are the rays of the sun. So these are the circle lines. These are the circle lines. Okay, y'all? Clear? The circle lines, as shown connecting with the rays of the sun, describe, so it's giving you information, describe the months and seasons of the year, and are referred to as latitude north and latitude south, or summer and winter, or north and south. Okay, y'all? Let me do it one more again. The curved lines as shown leading from the North Pole to the South Pole describe the hourly rotations of the Earth, which measure the 24 hours of the day. All right, so the curved lines from north to south measure the 24 hours of a day and are referred to as longitude east and west, or spring and fall. Okay? The circled lines shown connecting with rays of the sun describe the months and seasons. Okay? The curved lines describe the hours, and the circled lines describe the months and the seasons of the year, okay, and are referred to as latitude north and latitude south, or summer and winter. Summer and winter, okay? So that's what, y'all? So these circle lines describe summer and winter, so that's the solstitial line. All right? The summer solstice and then the winter solstice. And the curved line east to west, this is the equinoctial line. The equinoxes, okay? Spring or vernal, autumn or fall equinoxes. Is it clear? No devils and demons. No religious doctrine. It's all nature, okay? The law of gravitation. What goes up also comes down. What goes up also comes down. So up and down, that's what, y'all? Well, law of polarity, the great law of opposites, or the law of opposites, the law of polarity, Hermetic law of polarity. In Christian religious mythology, in other words, he's talking about in all of the Christian doctrine, the earth is referred to as the apple. Now, I would have to disagree, because I've never seen the earth referred to as an apple in scripture. Okay? Well, maybe that's what he means by mythology. Okay. People assume that the forbidden fruit was an apple. But anyway, maybe that's what he means by mythology, okay? Now, page 37. The first slice constitutes the spring season, March 21. So an apple is round, y'all. Cut it in 4 slices, right? Which is March 21st to June 21st. So this is 90 degrees. Okay, so from the vernal, so y'all look at this, from the vernal equinox to the summer solstice, 90 degrees. The angle between my hands or no, I'm sorry, 90 degrees, because there are four, well, you'll see there are four parts. You cut the apple in four parts. Okay, 90 degrees. The second slice constitutes the summer season, June 22nd to September 22nd. So here's June 22nd, and here's September 22nd, another 90 degrees, okay? So that's 180 degrees. 90 plus 90 is 180 degrees. The third slice constitutes the fall season, September 23rd to December 20. So now here you have the autumn equinox, and now the winter solstice, another 90 degrees. So that's 270 degrees. 90 plus 90 plus 90 is 270. The fourth slice of the apple constitutes the winter solstice or the winter season, December 21st to March 20th, for a total of 360 degrees. So here's the winter solstice, here's the summer solstice, winter solstice, okay? And then here is the vernal equinox, okay? So another, I should do it like this, yeah. So winter solstice, all right? Vernal equinox, another 90 degrees. Clear? In other words, this is what you have. Y'all see that? Four sides, 90, and then 90 over here, 90 over here, and then 90 degrees over here, okay? Next paragraph, page 37. The myth of Adam and Eve, and the tree of forbidden fruit is also founded upon the earth's annual revolution of 360 degrees. The circling earth, the rotating earth, the earth is rotating about its axis, right? And then circling or going around in its orbit, okay? So the circling earth crossing the equator, so here's, hold on. So the circling earth crossing the equator into the northern hemisphere of the Tropic of Cancer on March 21st, and recrossing the equator in the southern hemisphere on the Tropic of Capricorn on September 23rd. Is referred to in Christian mythology as quote-unquote snake or serpent, and in science as serpentine, quote-unquote serpentine. Be wise as a serpent. The above diagram speaks one universal language, also equals the power of 10,000 words in terms of concrete fact. Where do we go from here? Do y'all get what the author is saying here, what C.M. Bay is saying? What he's saying here is that this describes the entire life cycle on Earth, from death to rebirth. Okay, everything that happens in every season, the electromagnetic energy and everything here is described in this one illustration, if you understand it. Okay, if you understand it. Okay? In other words, if you know what you're looking at, you have eyes to see and you can perceive. Let me check the connection, though. Hold on a second. Mic check. All right, so we're good. Okay, so let's keep it going. The preceding diagram has proven that the earth is all there is in life for the human family. The earth is both moon and sun sun, and because of this fact, contains all the elements of nature. Therefore, it is the great atomic power. Therefore, it is the great atomic powerhouse and cannot be destroyed by atomic bombs. Now, why is he saying bringing up atomic bombs? Because that was a time very near to when the U.S. corporation dropped an atomic bomb on Japan, right? And they were doing, in the 50s and 60s, everybody was worried about an atomic bomb, and they were doing drills and things like that. Actually, I've seen on the news that in Russia, they've been doing, for I think the last several years, drills, atomic bomb or nuclear war drills. But this was a big deal, a lot of fear associated with this in 1950s and 60s, okay? 1940s, 50s, and 60s, okay? The preceding diagram, I already read that. The atomic bomb has already done its constructive work by destroying the mythological doctrine of the Christian nations of the world, involving the quote-unquote white, S-O-N, Son, Christ upon the cross. I think what the author is saying here is that the atomic bomb showed that these Christians, one, they're more afraid of nuclear war or atomic energy than they are of Jesus. It shows where their faith really is. It exposed them, okay? The atomic bomb has already done its constructive work. So that's a good thing. It exposed this whole notion of faith in Jesus and everything is going to be okay. Okay. Faith in Jesus and everything is going to be okay. It exposed it. All right? And that the world could be destroyed. All right? In other words, this Christianity is a myth. It's not real. Okay? So the atomic bomb has already done its constructive work by destroying the mythological doctrine of the Christian nations of the world involving the white, S-O-N, Son, Christ upon the cross. It is not the atomic bomb which the Christian fears. It's not the atomic bomb. Okay, well, what is it? But the science. Or the scientific truth. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? It's the science that led these hybrids to be able to put together and set off an atomic bomb. It's the science that they fear, all right? Not Christianity. They fear science, okay? In other words, a religion don't mean nothing. All right. So if you come up with some other technology, right? Oh, they're gonna fear that too. They ain't thinking about Jesus and all of that. They're afraid of the science, okay? The science here just happens to be the atomic bomb, but what they're really afraid of is the science. That's the author's point from my point of view. Okay, maybe y'all think something different, but from my point of view, that's what it appears to be, all right? All right, so let's keep it moving. Thus, That which the Christians of the United States of America have dreaded the most has at last come upon them. You might ask yourself this question: where do the Christians go from here? Remember, the dead, quote-unquote, white, S-O-N, sun, idol, is the last political weapon of the, quote-unquote, lily white world. So in other words, without the autochthonous Moors believing in Jesus and Christianity and all these other religions, they have no other political weapon. They're finished. So in other words, if you can escape religion, you escape their domination. They have nothing. They ain't got nothing left. Like a boxer. He ain't got nothing left. His legs are gone. All they have, their last weapon, is religion, Christianity. And science has destroyed that for people who know. And the study of astrology is the study of science. Scientific facts or truth is sharper than any two-edged sword. So give back the Christians that which belongs to them. Okay. So give it back to them. Namely, the Bible, the church, the quote-unquote Christ and Mary, idols, and names such as Negro, colored, black, African, Indian, yellow and red race, or yellow and red people, okay? It should be persons. And accept your own culture as shown in this book. And accept your own culture as shown in this book, which is science, which is astrology, nature. Stated in religion, we would say the Most High's commandments. You will then go down in global history as winning the greatest victory over the evil tradition of white supremacy that the world has ever known. All right, so this is coming from my brother C.M. Bay, and I'm gonna have to come back, y'all, because this place is closing. We'll finish this up on the next lesson, which will be in about 12 hours. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm on my way. Islam to all the Moors, Shalom.